मैं स्टैंड ये ले रहा था और यही कानून बनवाया। मेरा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ये था कि जो भी गुस्ताखी रसूल का मुर्तकिब हो, मुसलमान हो या गैर मुस्लिम, मर्द हो या औरत, मुसलमान हो, यहूदी हो, ईसाई हो, हिंदू हो, कोई हो, या मर्द हो या औरत हो, जो गुस्ताखी रसूल का मुर्तकिब हो उसकी सजा कत्ल है।
Who is this guy? His name is Tahir Ul Qadri. Qadri is an Islamic cleric and political leader from Pakistan. He is a leader of two organizations, Pakistan's People's Movement and Minhaj al-Quran. He claims to have offices in 90 countries and millions of followers. He became a Canadian citizen in 2005. And here's what Canada should know.
We continue to watch the case of Asia Bibi. She is a Christian woman from Pakistan who was sentenced to death for blasphemy. She spent 8 years on death row in Pakistan before her conviction was overturned. There are reports she could join her children who are here in Canada.
On one hand, Canada is trying to grant asylum to Asia Bibi, a Christian woman who was almost killed over blasphemy charges. But on the other hand, we have Canadians like Qadri, who, as you can see, is openly promoting death penalty on blasphemy charges. In the same speech that was played in the beginning of this video, he also admits this.
ये कानून तहफ़्फ़ुज़ हुर्मत रिसालत का, नामूस रिसालत का 295C, ये जो कानून बना इस मुल्क में, मैं रिकॉर्ड पर लाना चाहता हूं कि ये किसकी कोशिश से बना था। ये कानून बनवाया ही मैंने था।
It is not a slip of the tongue, because here it is again.
3 दिन मुकदमा चला था गुस्ताखे रसूल की सजा और मैं पेश हुआ था उसमें और दलाइल दे के साबित किया था कि गुस्ताखे रसूल की सजा मौत है, इससे कमतर नहीं।
When Qadri says he created the blasphemy law, he really means it. In 2006, he organized an anti-blasphemy rally in Pakistan. That's his website link. Scroll down and you will see that he is addressing a large crowd. What you will also see is this. And this. And also this. This really means that Canada is trying to save Asia Bibi from getting killed. But the guy who created the law that legalizes her killing is already here in Canada and is a Canadian citizen. If you think that's a contradiction, there's another one. Watch this.
और ये ना समझो कि बंदूक में यकीन नहीं रखता। हाँ, मेरा ईमान है बंदूक पर। मगर जब वक्त आएगा बंदूक थमाने का, बताऊंगा आज बंदूक उठाओ और फिर बताऊंगा कि ये चलानी किसके खिलाफ है। वो जो इस्लाम के सीने को कुचलना चाहते हैं उस वक्त। और जब बंदूक उठाने का वक्त आएगा तो तुम्हारे कंधों पे बंदूक बाद में रखूंगा, पहली बंदूक अपने कंधे पे रख के बाहर निकलूंगा।
I'm not a legal expert. I don't know if this speech violates the Criminal Code of Canada, but I sure know that this speech is not very Canadian. Speaking of being Canadian, as per Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom, every Canadian has some fundamental freedoms, such as freedom of press, freedom of speech, and freedom of expression. Canadian immigrants are also given a guide called Discover Canada before they take their citizenship test. On page 8 of that guide, it clearly mentions these fundamental freedoms. But when talking about blasphemy law, this is what Qadri thinks about the fundamental freedoms.
ये इंशाअल्लाह ताला मेरी पेशीन गोई है, वक्त आएगा ये जो फ्रीडम ऑफ प्रेस और फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच और फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन, ये जो शोर शराबा इन बेईमान लोगों ने बना रखा है, ये कानून बैन अक़वामी सतह पे UNO तक बदल जाएगा।
The dishonest people Qadri is referring to, who created these fundamental rights, in Canada are called the Fathers of Confederation. It was the same confederation which later became Canada and welcomed millions of immigrants like Qadri himself from all over the world. But this argument is irrelevant here because Qadri doesn't even value his Canadian citizenship. In a TV interview in Pakistan, Qadri was asked why did he get his Canadian citizenship, to which he replied,
मैंने तो वो सिटीजनशिप सिर्फ एक ग्लोबल बेसिकली जब ओरिजिनली ली एक ग्लोबल ट्रैवलिंग के डॉक्यूमेंट के तौर पे मेरी नेसेसिटी है। अगर मैं हम कोई शख्स ले सकता है तो एट एनी टाइम वो छोड़ भी सकता है। जो रिक्वायरमेंट है मैं दुनिया की कोई चीज भी एक सेकंड के अंदर छोड़ सकता हूं अपने वतन के लिए, अपने मुल्क के लिए, इस कौम के लिए। मैंने बताया इस वतन इस धरती के इंकलाब से ज्यादा अजीज तर मुझे कोई दुनिया की मता नहीं है। ये बिल्कुल मामूली चीज है। वक्त आएगा तो देखेंगे दुनिया एक सेकंड में कैसे फैसले होते हैं।
Getting Canadian citizenship as travel necessity and giving it up to bring a revolution in Pakistan. That doesn't sound like a responsible Canadian citizen at all. What also doesn't sound like a responsible Canadian citizen is this.
ये मुतय्यन किए गए हैं यहूदियों के एजेंट, ये दुश्मनान इस्लाम और तागूती साम्राज्य के एजेंट, इसलिए कि इस्लाम की सकाफत का खात्मा किया जाए, इस्लामी गैरत और अहमियत का खात्मा किया जाए, ईमान का खात्मा किया जाए, मुसलमान ईसाइयों हिंदुओं की तरह मुर्दा लाशें रह जाएं और ये जुमा के जुमा दिन मस्जिद खोलकर ईसाइयों की तरह अपनी इबादत करने जाएं।
It is because of these hate speeches and intolerance that a Canadian journalist in Mississauga was beaten up by Qadri's supporters. His only fault was that he criticized Qadri. It doesn't matter if you are a liberal or conservative, right or left. If you're a true Canadian and believe in Canadian values and culture, ask yourself, is it fair to grant Canadian citizenship to guys like Qadri? And for Canadian immigrants, including Muslims, who left their home and immigrated to Canada for a better life and proudly became Canadian, is it fair to allow someone like Qadri to also become Canadian? And most importantly, what the heck the Canadian government was thinking when approving Qadri's permanent residency and then citizenship? Do they not do background checks? Can they not just Google and find out who they are letting in? Qadri was a very high-profile religious and political leader who easily became Canadian citizen despite his controversial past. If he can get a Canadian citizenship, who knows who else can get it? Please like, subscribe, and comment to support this channel.